Yeah, I think for Chris, for sure, it was great for him to get the points, but really it's about his overall game. And his game has been, as far as his forecheck, how he's been hard on pucks, he's been getting scoring chances, he just hasn't converted. So the odds are in his favor that they're going to fall like that. But certainly I'm sure for him it's a little bit of weight off his shoulders at times. Guys that score, if they've got the shots but it's not going in for them, they start to feel it a little bit, and you could see that with Chris. But so it's good for him. But I just like his overall game. I thought he was really good with Sid last night on the forecheck. He held on to the puck and made a couple great plays. The one obviously on Sid's goal.
Mike, when the Rangers are playing at their best, they really get in on teams. Yeah. How have you been able to neutralize that, especially the final 5 periods, aside from just the breakout going better?
Well, there's always a couple of things you can do is to recognize their forecheck and what they're trying to take away, and then you try and use that against them or try and take the second option. So we've talked about options for our defensemen, because with our defensemen we've had to really take them aside as a group and work with them just as a group of defensemen on, here's your options, okay? The first one should be available. If it's not available, this is your second. Take it right away. So I thought our defensive, we've kept it to very short script and make sure that they have those options and they know what they are, and if the first one's not there, it's the second one they take. And then on the forecheck for the Rangers are really good at reloading above, so you've got to make sure that your centers are low, and our centers have done a good job, like I mentioned last night, at getting down low in the zone on the breakouts to help our defense, because if you get too high, if there's a turnover, then you're in a lot of trouble.
Mike, too, if I can, one is, are there any injury updates or anything of that sort?
No injury updates on any of our guys as far as anybody being set or cleared today, right now, to play tomorrow. But we'll see how the skate went this morning and see if anybody's closer.
Mike, has there been to your left, has there been a common thread to all these penalties, and how many of them are fairly preventable from your standpoint?
Well, the first game I thought there was 2 that were definitely preventable. Last night, I would say again there were 2 or 3 that are just careless use of the stick. And the referees have indicated, you saw on the Subban one, I know the Subban one was a hard slash, but they've indicated to both teams that if you're going to use the stick and anywhere in the wrist area, the hand area, you're going to come down on a player's hands like that, then you're going to be called. And we have to be a lot better with our sticks. Two got up into the face of the Ranger players, so getting your stick on the ice when you're attacking, stick on puck, and then you've got to watch the hands. You just can't get your stick in on the hands. There was a couple other ones. There's always some gray area penalties. I'm sure they say the same. But I liked our battle, and that's one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to reel back too much on our battle level. I thought our battle level was really high last night. Our compete, our loose puck intensity, we want to stay on that.
Mike, Brandon Sutter was mentioned earlier. Just he's come up big in some big moments yesterday and against Buffalo the last game of the season. Just how important has he been to this group?
Well, Sutzer's a guy who obviously playing behind Gino and Sid sometimes is overlooked to a degree, but we expect a lot out of Sutz. We expect that type of game. I thought last night his compete level was really high. When he gets his compete level, that's when he's at his best, because he's good defensively, but he's harder on loose pucks in the offensive zone, which create chances. And he was creating chances last night. And the one that he walked out from the corner, I know it was on the power play, but he walked with authority to the net. He took it to the crease, and then Cooney comes in and gets the rebound. But it was a hard play. And those are the types of things Sutz has to do, is make those hard plays offensively.
Last one. Is Crosby feeling any ill effects or anything from that hit he took yesterday?
Doesn't seem to be this morning. I talked to him briefly, and then we're going to have a meeting right now with our team, and the other guys were in for a workout. So I think he's fine. It caught him. It's something when a player is moving in one direction and you're hit when the puck isn't there. It sometimes just catches you off guard. I think he was stunned by it a little bit. Took him a few minutes on the bench to recover. We passed over him for a shift, and then he seemed to be ready after that.